time you start on a weight loss journey or any health journey for that matter, I know it can be very overwhelming. It's very daunting. So I wanted to share some tips with you on reasons why you should have a good support system, the benefits of it, and ways that you can kind of manage this and do this. So one of the biggest reasons why, in my opinion, it's very important to have a healthy support system. And when we're thinking about a healthy support system, I'll go over with you what that can look like. But we are definitely talking about the people around you, who you surround yourself with. So a healthy support system will include encouragement. You want people to obviously encourage you and support you and be supportive of all the goals that you have, whether it is weight loss or you're on a thyroid healing journey or whatever that looks like. It's really important to make sure that they're encouraging you. And accountability is a really big one. I know when I was on my own journey, this was an area that I benefited a lot from, was having accountability. And so I actually had accountability partners. I had my husband who was really, really supportive, and some really good friends around me, and they always made sure that I was on track. I actually talked to them and told them, like, I need you to check in with me. I need you to constantly check in with me and make sure that, you know, I'm not getting in my head and that I'm doing all the things that I can do for my health today. So it does really go a long way having accountability and understanding, because this is a piece that I really struggled with when I first was on my thyroid journey. I didn't have a lot of people around me initially that understood, and I don't need them to completely understand everything that I'm going through, but I wanted them to understand at least why I was doing this. And so I made sure I vocalized that to them and told them, this is why I'm actually doing this. When they understood why, it was very, so much easier for them to understand why I actually wanted the support. So make sure that they're being understanding. They don't have to understand all of it and every single piece, but understanding why you're doing it is a huge piece. And flexibility, find people around you also that are flexible and willing to work with you. My husband, for example, very, very willing to be flexible with where we go out to eat, the timing that we go out to eat, things like that. And so having that flexibility with someone around you is really, really important. And non-judgmental. You always want to make sure that you do not feel like you're being judged. I really struggled with this for a long time and felt like I had to please everyone around me. And I started quickly realizing that it wasn't about them. This was my own health. This was my own health journey. And I had to really get over that and realize that I don't really care what they think about me on my journey. If they don't understand why I'm doing this, then they're not my people anyway. They're not the ones that I actually want to be supporting me and on my so-called support team. That's not my people anyways. I need them to be non-judgmental so that I can keep progressing further forward. So, when we start thinking about the benefits and the importance of having that support system, it helps with motivation. I know for me, that helped me stay motivated so much easier when I knew that I had someone in the background that was always going to cheer me on and support me. It helps with accountability, which I had already mentioned as well. Even that emotional support. There were so many times where I was not having the best day and I really wanted to just crawl back in bed and cry. Sometimes that definitely happened. I knew that I had people in my corner that could actually support me emotionally and be there for me and let me vent. That was the big thing. My husband heard me vent a lot, and thankfully I had that in my corner. And then, also another really good benefit is just that practical support, actually having that, some advice and tips and tricks. Yes, like my husband, he was not going through the hypothyroidism stuff I was going through, but he's had his own health stuff. So he could kind of be understanding with that and give me some other tips and tricks, mindset wise, and things I should prioritize and stuff like that. So that always is a really big benefit to it. And then just overall long-term success. When you have that right support system, it's so much easier to have long-term success because they're constantly providing you that encouragement and being your cheerleader and making sure that, you are on track the best way that you can. So here are some tips and strategies that you can do to kind of create that healthy support system that will help you with your weight loss or health goals, whatever those look like. First of all, you need to identify your needs. What do you actually need? And start building your system around that. If you actually do need someone who is more of the thing you need help with is someone who is going to be much more accountable. So they do have the means to constantly message you or call you and make sure that you're working on your health and you work on your goals today. If that's a priority, that's what you want to search for then, is someone who actually can do that. If you have someone that supports you, but they can't necessarily be accountable, and help you with that accountability, that might not be the person that you go to all the time. So, kind of write out like, what are your actual needs? What do you actually need? Do you need more emotional support? You need someone in your corner then for that. And you might have different people for different things. That's what I had. I had a lot of different people for different areas on my support team, and it really helped me. And then enlist the help of family and friends. This I can't emphasize this enough. Yes, a lot of my family members did not understand what I was going through and why I was doing this. And so I kind of, worked around that and found the people that I knew that I could talk to and vent to and help me stay accountable. And things like that. And then definitely friends as well. That was a really, really big piece for me. You can even join a support group. There's a lot of support groups now, especially online. You can find so many different support groups and forums. There's a lot of Facebook groups even, especially thyroid Facebook groups, by the way. But even just on a weight loss journey, there's so many support groups of people that can cheer you on. You can have accountability partners there as well. I met a lot of really, really cool people, helpful women on my own journey by doing that as well. Sometimes you might need to hire a professional like myself, where you're like, okay, I not only need like the emotional, and accountability support, but I actually need a little bit more help because I'm really struggling. So I might need to do testing and to find out what foods I should or shouldn't have, find out what supplements I should or shouldn't have. And that's where like hiring a professional like myself who works with women on this, you might need to consider that. Even if like for working out, you might need to find a workout partner, a walking buddy. That helped me a lot as well, as I found people that I was like, okay, they're going to work out today. I'm going to have to do it because they're doing it with me and I can't bow out, or going for a walk, things like that. So, hiring or working with someone like that, and then, finding that workout partner can be very helpful as well. Utilize technology. I can't emphasize this enough. There's so many apps and things like that you can use as well that can help you track your food. If that's something that you want to do, can give you reminders like, did you meditate today? Did you, go for a walk today? Things like that. I know there's healthy apps. I think it's called HEALTHI. THI, so healthy app. That's a really good one. There's so many other apps out there as well. And even just online, like I said, forums and things like that. There's so many ways that you can do that. Having an online journal. I did journaling all the time, and I did it a lot of times on an app. I did it quite a bit actually on an app. There is an app called Think Up that I used a lot, and I would put my motivational and kind of accountability affirmations and things like that in there, and there's a journal section. So I journaled in there a lot, and I use that every single day. I still do that, by the way. And then just be open and honest. Building that healthy support system, you have to be open and honest when you're looking for people in your area, in your to kind of keep you accountable. And just, really encourage you, be open and honest about your struggles and about your goals. It's really hard for people to support you and be there for you if you don't tell them, this is why I'm doing this. And I mentioned this a little while ago. But not only that, not only why you're doing this, but this is how I'm feeling. This is what's going on. When I started really opening up about I was miserable and not feeling good, people really supported me even more because they understood more where I was coming from and why I needed this and what I needed to do. So that can be very helpful as well. And when you're building a support system as well, be very careful with choosing your support system. I did choose people initially that didn't really understand. They were kind of judgmental, and I, quickly realized that was not my people for my support system. I didn't need to totally exclude them out of my world, but they just weren't going to be there for the goals that I was trying to achieve. So, and don't compare yourself. That is the biggest thing I can say. Don't compare yourself to anyone else on a health journey, whether it's weight loss or whatever that looks like. Don't compare yourself. Your body is not doing the same things that somebody else is. So you cannot compare yourself to how fast or how slow they're going, what they're doing. It's very individualized. And that's where, hiring a professional like myself sometimes can be very helpful, because then you have customization, because you have the testing and all those things. And it's, much harder to compare yourself then, because now you actually have test results where you can say, this is why I'm doing this. This is my body. This is what I need to do. So it doesn't matter what that person over there is doing. So, and just continue to stay true to yourself. Keep asking yourself, why am I doing this? And telling yourself, this is why I'm doing this. Write your goals down and keep referencing back to that, so you know exactly how to stay accountable to yourself, but having that support system is going to help you. So definitely let me know if you have any questions with this. I know this was something that really helped me on my own journey.